Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ninth week of the spring 2016 semester. All right, so remember, tonight is the deadline for those final drafts on the compare contrast. I gave you my comments on them over a week ago, so you should have had time to go through and address any issues that I feel need to be addressed. Later today, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and post the, probably closer to 5 to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and post the video for the research argument assignment. That will be our biggest assignment of the year. So you'll want to look at those instructions, which are already uploaded into the research argument folder. You'll want to watch that video today, either with the hard copy of it or with it, on your screen, and pay attention to what I have to say on that, because this is going to be a huge grade. Now, you won't get the same rewrite opportunity on this essay or the final essay that you're going to get on the narrative and the compare contrast. Now, let's talk about that narrative. Took me a little bit longer to grade them than I thought it would, so I got them done last Thursday, I want to say. So you have until this Thursday. If you got a lower grade than you wanted, you can see the comments, and I put those instructions in that email, plus the comments are in the instructions for that are also in the D2L folder, useful D2L handouts. So you've got those opportunities. It's an opportunity to raise your grade. It's an opportunity to go through and edit, and if the edits look like you've done a good job of fixing what's wrong, then you can go ahead and resubmit. Now, remember that if I got to a point where I felt like you need to do edits, I did not finish reading your essay. That means you probably have 1 to 2 paragraphs with no markings in it. That doesn't mean you didn't make any errors in those paragraphs. It means what you need to do is go through and take a look at those paragraphs and find these errors on your own. Here's a clue. If you have something like 5 run-on sentences in the parts that I marked, and you've got those 2 paragraphs at the end, look for run-on sentences. It's obviously something you need to work on, but you need to be able to identify the run-on sentence on your own and then correct it in the correct way. Most of you are missing commas, especially around the coordinating conjunctions, so you'll do that. So if you didn't get an A or a high B, I probably told you you need to do an edit. So several students did get A's. I mean, I was impressed with some of these papers, but some of you still need to learn how to write on a collegiate level, which means not having so many missing commas, not having so many spelling errors, not having so many sentence problems, not having so many agreement problems, and all that other stuff. So you've got that. All right. So again, sometime I'm going to make my deadline 6 o'clock tonight, because I've got some errands to run after I get off work. So let's say at 6 o'clock tonight, I have the video up for the research argument. That's going to be your biggest assignment. You're going to need to work hard on that, and we're going to spend a few weeks on that. It's not going to be something that's due next week. We're going to spend some time on that. Then I'm going to have a quiz on these other things, about the MLA formatting, about the writing an argument, and about the case for short words. There's also that research quiz, which it looks like is going to be due this Thursday. Remember, we showed you some of the research last week. What the research quiz is, it's really a good opportunity for you to go into Galileo and go into Gil and using the terms that this quiz asks you to enter, coming up with the correct results. So this is more practice than it is a quiz, although it does go down as a quiz grade. This is good practice for you to actually get yourself into Galileo or get yourself into Gil and actually see how it works and see how to press the right buttons and see how to do the correct search terms and all of that. Your deadline on that is Thursday, and you really should do that. So here's what I would do if I were you. I'd probably do the corrections. I would do everything in this order. I would do the corrections on the narratives and resubmit those first. Then by tonight, have the compare contrast essays final drafts done. Then I would do that research quiz. That'll get you into Galileo, that'll get you into Gil, that'll get you practicing on that. Remember that the password this semester is Poppy, as in like the seed, so P-O-P-P-Y, not Poppy, P-A-P-I, like Spanish people call their dads. So it's Poppy is the password. Then I'm going to have some quizzes set up on the argument and on the reading, which is Case for Short Words by Richard Lederer. Very important reading, one that not only shows you what an argument looks like, but also helps you become a better writer, because you're going to learn that you don't need words that are 20 letters long and have 15 syllables in them in order to be able to write well. Short words do the job just fine. So that's your assignment for this week. So it's going to be a busy week for you in this class, but we're really cranking it up now. So it'll be like this for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. So be ready, work hard, and remember that your research project will be an extension of the compare and contrast. So whatever you did your compare and contrast on, you've already seen both sides of the argument. Now you're going to actually do an argument of your own. So that's it. Remember, if you have any questions, call me or email me, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And I look forward to seeing those final copies of the or final drafts of the compare and contrast tonight, and I look forward to those corrections on the narratives.